Right, so next is Mercy Handy Flower Power. There we go. So this one definitely came out of a beauty box. I think this might have come in a pink parcel. I did a review of pink parcel a while back, and it is my favourite beauty box. It's the only one at the moment that I'm actually subscribed to every month, and it's the one that sends you all your tampons and pads for the month, as well as then a box of loads of little treats that are really good for your time of the month. So this was in a pink parcel a few months ago, and so this is very floral. This smells a bit to me like the kind of sugary, like Parma Violets type sweets that you get. So very sugary and sweet. It's got sort of little pink microbeads in it. I don't know if you can see those on my finger yet, maybe, which I'm assuming are yes, they are. So they're not plastic microbeads, which we don't like at all. They are the sort that kind of dissolve as you rub them in. So that is really nice, and the smell, very sweet and sugary. If you like that sort of thing, you will love it. For me, probably a tiny bit too sweet and sugary, but I do really like it. And yeah, so it's the Flower Power one from the Mercy Handy brand. So the next one is Champneys. So this, I remember getting this. This came in a gift box that somebody got me for Christmas, I think not last year but the year before, and it came with a load of other Champneys products from Boots. If you want Champneys products, they always sell them in Boots, and this is the Champneys As Good As New Harmonious Hands Restoring Hand and Nail Cream. It also has SPF 15, which is unusual. Like, I didn't really expect a hand cream to have SPF, but it's very useful, particularly as your hands kind of are often one of the first places to show aging. I remember trying this one at the time I got it, and the thing that unfortunately means I didn't really like this one is the smell, which is very sort of herbal. I'll just remind myself, yeah. So very herby, green leaves, yeah, sort of really kind of herby scented, which I'm sure some people absolutely love, but it's not for me. So I've kind of hardly used this one really since I got it. I would say it's quite loose textured, so kind of, I suppose, a nice kind of medium weight hand cream. I feel that it leaves my hands feeling very sticky, and I've just washed all the other hand creams off, so this is the only thing that's on my hands now, and they feel pretty sticky. So that one, to be honest, not a fan. If you love herbal kind of fragrances, it might be a really good one for you, but not for me. The next one, so this is Neal's Yard, which I know is a really popular brand, and this is Wild Rose hand cream. This was definitely a freebie in a magazine, I think Marie Claire, 2 or 3 months ago, and one of the things I always do is keep a lookout for the magazines that have really good freebies. When you think, like, I don't buy magazines normally, although I will definitely flick through them in the dentist. But if you think about it, it's kind of £3.99 for the magazine, but quite often you get a product like this, or I recently got again the Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream as a free sample in a magazine that was worth, like, you know, the sample size was worth about £20 or something, so definitely worth keeping an eye out for good freebies in magazines. This Neal's Yard Wild Rose, still sealed, so I'm not going to open it and smell it. But I chose it because I really like the kind of rose scented, you know, those kind of scents. So there were kind of 3 different scents to choose from, and that's the one I chose. So then the next one we have is, so this is Patisserie de Ban Caramel Whip Hand Cream. Which just looks amazing. Like, the packaging of this looks like I could actually eat it as a dessert, and this came as came in a beauty box, and I think either, again, I think it was a pink parcel, obviously a different one to the one that the Mercy Handy came in, but I think it might have been a pink parcel a couple of months ago. So this is a really thick hand cream. So this is kind of a great one if you have really dry hands, or you know, if you feel like the more lotiony ones just slide off your hands. This actually is a really lovely texture. I do find that often some of the thick ones are just unpleasant to put on, whereas this is fine. And I mean, I can't explain to you how much this smells like a dessert. It's like chocolatey, caramelly, like caramel sort of angel delight mousse is exactly what this smells like. Oh, that is just, so I'm on a healthy eating plan at the moment, which is what we call it when we don't say diet, and so I haven't had like proper desserts for quite a while now, and that is just making me swoon. So beautiful Patisserie de Ban caramel whip flavoured hand cream. Don't eat it, it's probably not very good for you, but love this, and might put this in my handbag to use a lot more often, because I think it will help me get over those sweet cravings. Right, so we are getting through these, I promise. The next one on my list is one that I have lots of, and that is because it is probably my favourite hand cream that I've ever tried. So this is the Clarins Hand and Nail Treatment Cream. Clarins, pretty expensive brand. I have a feeling actually, so I think I lied earlier, I think I bought this actually as, you know, the hand cream, not as part of a box, not as part of a set, not as a freebie. I think I actually bought this because it is my favourite hand cream. But I also have that, which definitely came as a freebie sample, and I have two smaller ones which also came as freebie samples. And Clarins, I have to say, is brilliant for freebies. You know, if you do any order on their website, you get 3 little freebies around that size that you can choose from a wide range of stuff. And if you order, say, over about 50 or 60 pounds, quite often they will do really good kind of gift sets for free with 3 or 4 products in them. And I use Clarins facial products every day. Their cleanser and toner I use every morning. So I'm always on the Clarins website, I'm always ordering from there, so I get hundreds of Clarins freebies and never have time to try them all. But I've honestly probably never found a Clarins product that I didn't like. I don't love all of them, and they're not my favourites. You know, there are some product ranges where I much prefer other products, but I think they're all a really good high standard of quality to start off with. So if you want to splash out on skincare that's a little bit more, you know, a little bit more expensive, but you feel is going to do a bit more for you, I think they're a really good place to start. Soft and silky, really light textured. Maybe I will put a little bit on. And pretty fragrance free, I would say. There's no overwhelming smell for me coming off that, but just effortlessly glides into the skin, no stickiness, nothing kind of heavy. I'm now getting the scent coming slightly, and it's really lovely and citrusy, which probably citrus scents are my favourite. So yeah, absolutely love the Clarins one, would recommend it to anybody. So while we're on the Clarins, I'm just going to do one more Clarins product, which is this little sample. So I must have definitely got this as a freebie or a sample off their website at some point. And this is a sample of their Super Restorative Hand Cream. So it's the thicker, more sort of more designed for older, drier skin version of their lovely hand cream, and I haven't used this sample yet. I'm just saving it for a day when I feel like my skin is really dry, and I reckon you'll probably only get maybe 1 or 2 applications out of that. But as I said, I think my hands are starting to show my age a bit more now. Kind of, you can probably see, get some kind of scarring. This is from my cat, so you know, the cat scratches that maybe you know, 2 or 3 years ago would have just healed overnight, now last quite a few days before they heal. So age comes to us all, and maybe soon I'll stop buying the main one and start buying this one instead. So we're on the home stretch now. This next one is Aurelia Aromatic Repair and Brighten Hand Cream. This is a tiny little sample size, 7ml. And this, I'm pretty sure, came again in that beauty box haul from a few weeks ago. Might have been the Marks and Spencer's one, can't remember off the top of my head. But this, so I love the packaging, love how kind of shiny gold it is. And probably it's still sealed. Yes, it is, it's sealed, so I'm not going to open that one. if I opened all the sealed ones, then I'd just have to throw them all away before I got a chance to use them. Next one is another little sample, and this was also a beauty box, probably a little bit longer ago. I think this might have been a Birchbox, because I was getting Birchbox for a while. So this is Voya hand cream. It's lime and mandarin flavour, which sounds really good in my book, because I don't think I've ever used this, because as I said earlier, I really love citrus. So let's have a look at that. There we go. So kind of very light, actually very light. Oh, that smells divine. So again, it's all down to what you like, but you know, something that's kind of citrusy scented for me is always going to hit the spot, and that is gorgeous. Doesn't feel sticky at all, seems to be sinking in really nicely actually, so that definitely going to use a bit more often. It's only a really tiny sample, 8ml, so might even think about buying that again when I've used up the sample size. And penultimate hand cream to show you is the Time Bomb Hand Tanned Combat Cream. This was a beauty box, it was included in a beauty box. I think this came out of the Amazon beauty box that was out a while ago. Amazon every now and again do a free beauty box worth 50 quid if you spend 50 quid on any other beauty products from Amazon, including like shampoo and conditioner and perfume and all that kind of thing. So really easy to spend 50 quid on Amazon, and the beauty boxes are generally pretty good. So this Time Bomb product doesn't say what the scent is like. This one. So this is quite a thick hand cream. I would say that's quite a subtle scent. Not floral, more sweet, kind of marshmallowy, which is quite nice. Sort of similar on the dessert theme, but nowhere near as sort of strong as the Caramel Whip, and not as good. But still rather nice. Time Bomb, quite a nice brand. I think I've had one or two other things from them. They do a sort of sleep serum, which I've used before, which is kind of lavendery scented, which I quite like. So that's quite a nice one. Definitely a really nice one to have in my collection. And then finally, we have this Botany, or Botany I suppose, aloe vera hand lotion. This came as part of a gift set with a hand wash a while ago, and I think it was a Christmas gift. And this is a green, presumably because it's aloe vera. So a green lotion, lovely texture, really light, and a very fresh, light aloe vera scent, not strong at all, pretty subtle. Really, but that is actually really nice and goes on really nicely, and considering I reckon this was probably quite a cheap, you know, kind of gift set, like the sort of one that you get 3 for 2 at Christmas, and not a brand that I'm particularly familiar with, but actually I think this is quite nice. So if you come across it, I think it's quite good. So there you go, those are hand creams. I have too many, I know I have a bit of a hand cream problem, but they do tend to include at least one hand cream in every beauty box, and lots of the subscription boxes, and I get them as gifts a lot, so there you go, it's not my fault. And if I was absolutely recommending one for somebody, I would say best kind of everyday hand cream, cheap everyday hand cream is the Mixer, particularly if you have really dry skin, because this is designed for very dry hands, but even on my not so dry hands this is lovely, really velvety and smooth. The best luxury one I would say is the Clarins, definitely my favourite, and that's the one that I would kind of, if I could afford it, I would just use that all day every day. Best sort of exciting one, and the one that is now going to probably go straight in my handbag, is the Caramel Whip, because it smells like dessert. So there you go, there's some suggestions, and that's pretty much the end of this video. I really hoped you like it. Leave me a comment in the comments below, or come and leave me a comment on the blog or on my Facebook page. Come and say hi, let me know what your favourite hand cream is, and also if you have any suggestions for other videos that I could do in the future, or other comparisons, let me know that too. For now, I hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend, and a great week ahead. Bye!